is up, guys? It is Carly here, back with a new video. Haven't had time to really make videos a lot lately. I think the last one I actually uploaded was about a month ago. Been uploading my old podcast and everything to the channel, but, when it comes to real videos, haven't really been doing much. I just been working a lot, doing prep for podcasts. I think I give the spiel pretty much every video, so I don't want to overly bore you guys, but decided to come back and do one today because I just finished a book the other day, and we can add along to the random book review series. So the book that I read was Annapolis Ghost, History, Mystery, Legends, and More. Now, this is a book that I bought when I went on vacation last year with my mom. We had a mini, I think it was 3.5 day vacation down to Annapolis, Maryland, and went down there because it was by the Chesapeake Beach and everything, and I wanted to check it out. Unfortunately, the beach wasn't what I thought it would be, and it was also closed because of COVID, but we ended up finding another beach and stuff like that, and everything was good. And we also went on a ghost tour while we were there, which I didn't even know that this area was known as a historical haunted type of place, so that was kind of a cool surprise. I only found the ghost tour because I was googling things that we could do, and it was the first thing that came up, so of course I was excited and had to do that. We did that. We also went to Edgar Allan Poe's grave in Baltimore because that's only 30 minutes away, so it turned out to be a nice trip. But anyway, we shopped around the one night. I think it was the same time that we went on the ghost tour, and I found this book in one of the souvenir shops, and I figured I'll buy it because I did that when I went to Gettysburg. JP and I, we went on a ghost tour, and they had, it was included with the ghost tour. They were selling a ghost book. I think I reviewed that on the channel as well. So I thought, this is just a cool little thing to collect as souvenirs if I go to places that have these sort of haunted histories. And yeah, took me a while to read this, to be honest. It's a very, it's not very big. It's a short, basic book, and it has pictures and everything in it. But it took me a while just because, again, I didn't really have time. I fall in and out of reading, so it definitely took me way longer than it should have. And I didn't start this right after I went on that trip. I think I was still reading Pet Sematary or something like that at that time. So it's not like I've been reading this for over a year now, but still, took a few months. And essentially the book is exactly what it says on the cover. It's different little stories in here about haunted areas, as well as different areas that just have legends, urban legends and things like that, as well as some odd historical things. It goes on about some grave sites and them, being the site of sailors, and it kind of goes into the history of the sailor and whatnot. So you have a little bit of everything in here. The very last chapter is about witches and how there were some witch trials and stuff in Maryland, which was pretty cool. Overall, if I'm comparing this to the Gettysburg book, I didn't like it as much, and I think it's because the stories feel kind of vague and basic, and they kind of feel like it could just be people talking out their ass type of thing. It's just the way it's written doesn't really appeal to me as much. Granted, Gettysburg's known as a very haunted area. This one's just doesn't seem as haunted, but it is an older area, so it's it still has its history and stuff. And also, the ghost tour I went on, some of those stories are just in this book, so it's I already knew it because I went on that tour, and the lady doing it told us the story, so, that kind of cut out the excitement of reading this. There's also no pictures or anything of actual ghost sightings, and I know some of you are probably thinking, Carly, you're a moron, ghosts aren't real, but I like to keep an open mind, and in that Gettysburg book that I have sitting over there, I don't feel like grabbing it, but in that one there were pictures of said ghosts, and some of them were pretty creepy and believable, and I thought that was cool that they included them in that book, where this one kind of just shows you pictures much like on the cover of the town that I went to and stuff, so it's not as interesting. It'll just show a grave site and be this is the grave of the person that we are saying is haunting people. So, you know, with that element, not overly interesting. I did enjoy reading about the witchcraft stuff because I didn't really know much about that. It's funny because the very last part in the book, I'm trying to see if I can find it, but it just says it's like a Blair Witch article, if you can read that, and just funny because it's pretty much saying like Blair Witch isn't real, but that's of course a legend around Maryland that became people acting like it was a real thing, but it was literally just made up for the movie. But you know, people like to make up their own little legends there, so I thought that was funny that they included that at the end here. But overall, it was alright. There were some stories that I did enjoy, and then some of them I was kind of like on, but it was okay. If I had to rate this book, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It's an enjoyable, quick read. Well, it would be quick for the normal reader. For me, however, I take forever to read stuff, so it definitely took me a while. But yeah, you know, I recommend if you ever go on ghost tours and things like that, like I enjoy doing, and you're into this type of stuff, you probably would enjoy these types of books and picking them up and collecting them. I'm supposed to go to Gettysburg this month actually again, so maybe we could squeeze in another ghost tour and I could pick up a different book there. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, that will do it, guys, for this video. Thank you all again, as always, for watching, and yeah, I'll talk to you in the next one.